Hello everyone, myself Bharadwaj. In this video, I will explain in detail about the components inside the junction box. The first one is field barrier. So this field barrier is a device used to provide intrinsic safety protection for field instruments in hazardous areas. See, this field barrier acts as a device coupler. That means we can connect our field instruments to this barrier and it will manage all these devices and finally provides one pair output. If you see here, these three are the individual cables coming from the FF field instruments, and this is the one internal trunk cable. It is going and connecting to the main trunk cable. Okay, and also if you see the key functions, this field barrier provides intrinsic safety protection. That means this field barrier regulates the or limits the voltage and current supplied to the field devices. And also this field barrier allows live connection or disconnection of devices. Let's say you are troubleshooting one field instrument connected to this field barrier. You can directly remove this particular field device related terminal here. That means we are doing the work on live system. You are not going to turn off any power supply to this particular FFJB. You can work on live. You can connect the instrument on live or you can disconnect the instrument on this live JB. That is why this field barrier allows multiple field devices to be connected, right? All field devices are connected here. This particular model have 4 is the limit. You can connect maximum 4 devices. 3 are connected here and the fourth one is spare. We can connect multiple devices and also it handles each device power supply ratings and it limits the power supply such that these will not cause any sparks or excessive energy that can ignite hazardous gases. You are seeing this particular field barrier or junction box. This is installed in a oil and gas plant. It is a hazardous area. The chances of explosion is high in an oil and gas plant. That is why always use intrinsic safety protection devices. You know this field barrier installed in a junction box. This junction box is installed in the field. And remember, this field barrier acts as a device coupler. Depending on the type of hazardous area or classification, the type of device coupler may vary. This particular field barrier provides intrinsic safety protection. Let's say there is no need of any intrinsic safety protection in a plant. Then there is no need to use the same field barrier in that application. You can use some other uh, models available. You can use those, right? Because these are costly. When so many features are adding to the electronic module, the price is also increases. So depending on the type of uh, area classification or your requirement, the field barrier may vary, but they provide same functionality. And remember, in a single junction box, the number of field barriers may vary depending on your design requirements. If there is only 4 instruments, then one or two will be enough. If there are 10 instruments, then 2 or 3 field barriers are enough. So it depends on your design, okay, and the type of model. And you can also see the LED status here. See, these are LEDs. These will show you the status, your respect to field instrument or uh, respect to field instrument is healthy or not healthy. And there is one switch is also available here on the field barrier. You can use this to isolate. I mean, you can on and off the barrier for maintenance or troubleshooting purpose. Next one is isolation switch. This is the name itself, you can understand what it will do. It provides isolation between the main trunk cable, which is going to the control room, and the respective field barrier. That is why each field barrier have their individual isolation switches. If you have only one field barrier, then one isolation switch will be enough. In this case, I have three barriers in this particular JB. That is why for each field barrier, we have one dedicated isolation switch. So what we can do with isolation switch? Let's say I have a junction box with three field barriers, and there is some issue with one of the field barrier, or there is some issue with one field instrument connected to a field barrier, and you want to do the troubleshooting. It is taking more time, or it is not possible to check online. Then you have to isolate some instruments or isolate single instrument as per your requirement. If you want to isolate this complete barrier without disturbing other instruments connected to other field barriers, then you can use this isolation switch. So the purpose is for maintenance, fault isolation, or safe installation or replacement of the devices, uh, like field barriers, field instruments, like that. Next one is surge protection. See, this is a digital communication network. So these are very sensitive to lightning strikes, or switching transients, or ground faults, or nearby heavy electrical equipment where high induction voltages may appear. That is why we install surge protector devices in the field bus network. So these will protect our communication network from different types of surges. Thank you. I will meet you in the next video.